Okay, when I do that little, I hope it doesn't annoy you guys. It's just like, in my head, it's just like somebody clapping. Like, you know those little things that go like, yay! Like that's what I'm conveying when I do that. So when I go like, that's what I'm conveying. I sound like a little chipmunk. If I could sing, I would join Alvin and the Chipmunks. Funny. Alright, welcome back to the Deja B Lynn. Not me being tongue-tied over my own name. It's okay. We can take 2. Welcome back to the Deja B Lynn channel. Today we are going to talk about the 8th wonder of the world. You may be wondering what it is. Or from the title of this video, you probably already know what it is. What we're going to talk about. Confidence! Okay, so confidence is something that I feel like a lot of people struggle with at one point in time in their life. And I feel like it's a very important topic that we can begin to discuss. Now, a lot of things that I'm going to say in this video are just ways that I gained confidence. Like, confidence was not something I always had, you know? But this is just one of the ways that I gained confidence, one of the ways that I feel content with myself. But yeah, so we're going to talk about confidence and how you can be confident. Alright, so the kind of confidence that we're going to talk about is on the basis, it's referring to 2 things: trust and appreciation. First, we're going to go over 2 definitions of confidence that I found on Google. And your teacher said, oh, you can't Google everything. I Google everything. Like, I Google the books that I want to read. Like, if it's free on Google, I'll read it. Free on Google. If I gotta Google who sells it. Like, teachers are like, you can't Google everything. You can't use your phone for everything. This world is about using your phone. It's literally about using the internet. That's what this world is about. But that's a story for another day. Okay, so 2 definitions that I found on Google. Alright, so the first definition that I found on Google is a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own qualities and abilities. Keyword, appreciation. The second one is the state of feeling certain about the truth of something. Trust. The truth of something, trust. But even if you're not, your confidence is not nurtured from child on up, you can nurture it yourself. And that's what I'm here to help you with. Because I kind of had to nurture it myself. And these are some things that work for me. So the first note is acceptance. Accept that you have flaws, that you're imperfect, that you're going to make mistakes. Accept that. Stop fighting against your flaws, your mistakes, and start just accepting it. If you accept the fact that sometimes you're going to fail and sometimes you're going to make mistakes, then you'll feel more sure of yourself. And that's where that trust comes in. You'll feel more sure of yourself. You'll feel more like, hey, I acknowledge that I'll make this mistake, that I'm flawed in this way, but I know that I have strengths and that I can persevere through it. So acceptance. Accept that you have flaws and don't fight it. Second note that I'm going to share with you is find something that you're good at, something that you love to do. When you find something that you're good at and something that you love to do, it's like a confidence boost, you know? It's like, oh, I'm not focusing on all the bad things. I have this that I'm good at. And then rather than pointing out all the stuff that you're bad at, you can point out that thing that you're good at. And you don't have to be good at like everything. You don't have to be good at everything. But if you're good at that one thing that you're passionate about or love, that's all you need. And if you want, it's okay to want to change. So if you want to change some stuff around about what you're good at, or you want to get better at stuff, that is absolutely okay. It's okay to want to change anything about yourself. But if you want to change stuff about yourself, make sure it's that because you want it and not because you're trying to conform to somebody else's standards. Okay? Okay, people. The third note is practice good habits. Eat well, sleep well, and hygiene. Practice these good habits. And when I say eat well, I'm not saying that you gotta eat like 10 pounds of vegetables every single day. No. But if you drink water the way you're supposed to, half your body weight in ounces, by the way, please do that. But if you can't do that, that's fine. Just at least drink a bottle of water a day. At least. Just a little bit so your body's not screaming at you. If you can eat well, your body will then perform well. You very much are what you eat. So eat well as sleep well. I'm not saying that you have to get 90 hours of sleep every night. No. And that's not possible. But what I'm saying is that if you can get 6 hours of sleep each night, or however many hours of sleep you feel like you need each night, and wake up refreshed, that builds confidence because you feel as though you're ready for the day. You feel as though you're ready for whatever things have to throw at you, you know? So get enough sleep when you're supposed to. I'm guilty of this, being on my phone until like 6 a.m. when I don't have anywhere to go. But then being on my phone until 3 a.m. when I have an 8 a.m. class. Please don't come at me. Yes, I do be on my phone at 8 a.m. 3 a.m. when I have an 8 a.m. class. Don't come at me, okay? Okay. But yeah, so sleep well. I realized that sleeping well helps me feel more prepared and more like accomplished, that I can accomplish more, and then that builds confidence. And then the final section of that note is practicing good hygiene. When you are clean, you feel refreshed, and you feel as though like no one can tell you anything. Or that's what I feel. I feel when I clean up myself, I feel like no one can tell me anything. Alright, so the fourth note is learn to realize that no one really cares. That's a bit harsh to say, but it's true. No one really cares the way that you do about something. This feeds into you being your own worst critic. When you realize that no one is fantasizing about that time you tripped, or still thinking about that time you botched a performance, or still thinking about that time you ever made a mistake, you know? No one's really thinking about that anymore. And if they are, that's a problem on them and not you. Your head is the most controlling part of your body. Like what you feel, what you think up here is what you feel down here. You're taking care of your mental health is extremely, extremely, extremely important. But just realize that no one really cares the way you do. And once you realize that no one really cares the way you do, you can break out of that like box that you put yourself in, that of not trying to make a mistake. Because those mistakes people have made a million times over. It's okay. But don't criticize yourself or beat yourself up over mistakes that everybody makes. Everybody. Okay, number 5. You have to learn to take responsibility for your own thoughts and your own actions. Yes, that is a given. But when you take responsibility for your own thoughts and own actions, it's just like a weight lifts off your shoulder, and you learn and grow from yourself. When you learn and grow from yourself, you begin to trust and appreciate yourself. You'll trust and appreciate the fact that you can make these decisions and you can get yourself through certain situations. So take responsibility for your thoughts and your actions, and it will really help you trust and appreciate yourself, which is two things that feed into confidence. Alright, so this is the sixth and final tip that I have for you for this video. There are billions of tips that I can give you. Billions. But this is the sixth and final tip for this video. Always going to be negative people and naysayers. There are always in every single thing that you do. But if you let those people determine whether you do good or not, they're controlling the trust and appreciation you have for yourself. Therefore, they're controlling the confidence that you have in yourself. Do not let negative people and naysayers determine what you want to do with yourself, what you want to do with your life, because they're not worth it. They really aren't. You can do better. You are going to do better, and you are doing better. Just by actively following these 6 steps, these 6 notes that I made, you are doing better, regardless. And even if your journey to confidence looks different than my journey to confidence, if you have confidence, and if you gain the confidence that you need or you want, that is amazing. As long as the confidence that you have doesn't like hurt people, like you're not physically and mentally or emotionally hurting people, then your confidence is great, you know? So my confidence is still a work in progress. I am pretty confident over a lot of stuff, majority of stuff in my life. But there are some things that I still get defensive over, that I still get upset over. But you know what? Human emotions are a work in progress. And I have enough confidence in myself to trust myself and to appreciate myself. And I want you to too. Okay, so that concludes the second video I have for you guys. And here is me signing out. Stay smart, stay safe. Deja B Lynn, signing out. Anyway. So this will be up Tuesday, and or for you guys today or some time ago. So it depends on when you watch this. But here's my video.